I've headed back to Bill Langston's Parkinson's Institute.
We're thrilled to be here.
Since the 1980s, Langston and his team have investigated whether environmental toxins might trigger the disease, a quest that began with a most unusual patient.
It really started with my getting called to see a patient who had developed Parkinson's literally over 2 or 3 days. And he was young. That's not typical. It came on quickly. That's not typical. So he was a true medical mystery.
Can you raise this hand up at all? Can you raise that hand up?
He was literally frozen like a statue.
I can see you trying.
So I knew instantly we had a neurologic condition on our hands, but what? We had no idea.
What Langston and his team were about to discover would turn the Parkinson's world upside down.
In taking history, we asked him if he was on any medications. And to our shock, he wrote the word heroin. Not a traditional medication, but that was our first clue. We were eventually able to figure out that there was a tainted heroin on the streets in Northern California, and that this heroin was probably the most selective brain toxin ever discovered. After these addicts shot up, it went straight into the brain like a Nike missile and literally killed the same cells in the brain that died in Parkinson's. And we had literally instant Parkinson's disease.
Can you stand up? Let's try it. Stand up, okay?
But did this condition really equate to normal Parkinson's? One test would be to see whether standard Parkinson's drugs would help.
At that point, can you hop up and down?
The results were truly dramatic.
On your right foot.
It literally brought these patients back to life.
Your left foot. Your right foot.
But just a half hour later, the Parkinson's medication begins to wear off. And soon, the patient is back to his frozen state.
How do you feel now? Can you move? You can't move?
Langston now knew a street drug could cause a Parkinson's-like condition. But what the scientists discovered next radically altered the nature of Parkinson's research. It turned out that the synthetic heroin, MPTP, had a chemical makeup strikingly similar to a widely used herbicide, paraquat.
That was an aha moment, because if here a compound could cause all of the motor symptoms of Parkinson's, was also very, very chemically similar to an herbicide that's widely used, it really raised the question, how many of those things are out there?